Okay, folks, back at it again, designing in LightBurn once more. This time, I spent an hour banging my head against a brick wall trying to figure out how to do what I wanted to do. And to show you what I wanted to do, I wanted to create this logo for Rocky Mountain Lasers with interlocking letters. And for the longest time, I couldn't get it to work. And I'm going to show you why it wouldn't work. And then I'm going to show you how it's a really simple fix to make this work. Now, the font that I'm using, you can try this with different fonts. I like a font that's not a script font. Something more sans serif will probably work. You can probably try this with some fonts and see how it works for you. Okay, so there's the project that I finished. So there's it all. And let's go start a brand new project in LightBurn and get started here. So first of all, I need a font, and I'm going to find the font that I used before, Franklin Gothic Heavy, and I'm going to make it nice and big. And I'm going to put it on my blue layer, and oops, see if I can get this to work here. Now I want to be in line mode so you can see how this works. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. It doesn't really matter right now. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to offset this outward 3, I think is what I used before. Okay, and now I want to get my next letter, which is the M, and I'm going to do the same thing, offset it outwards, and I'm going to place it somewhere right about there, and one more letter, the L. I need to make this offset upwards. Now, I purposely did not group any of this. Okay, so if I switch over to fill mode, you can see where everything crosses, but I don't want it to cross there. I want it to be line mode. And I'll get to there in a bit. Let's go back. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is, those are letters. I'm going to select everything and convert everything to a path. Now, what I want to do is I want to make the R, the first part of the right part of the R, go over the M and then under the M. So I'm using my trim shapes tool, and I want to go over. Okay. What's wrong here? Oh, let's I got to ungroup everything. I got to be single lines. That's the trick. Okay, so let's see. I can try this again. There. I want to go over, and I want to go under. Now, this worked this time, but the problem before was the R. Okay, so if I back up here, and I just take let's move it up here. Okay, and I'm going to leave that as a let's just convert this all to a path here and see. Okay, and my M, convert that to a path and bring that up. And now I want to try my snipping tool again. I want the R to go over, and I can get this line, but I can't get this line. And that's the problem I run into. So let me show you the quick fix here. It's a really quick fix. I need to select the outer shape, and you notice that it's grouped with the center whole portion of the letter R. And as soon as I ungroup that, I'm going to go back. My trim shapes, I want to go over and under. Just like that. That's kind of cool, right? Now, the next thing I need to do is get my L to where I want it. And I want to make sure that's path as well. And let's just line this up a little bit better. Yeah, that should work. And I want the M to go over the L and under the L. So my shipping tools, I want to go over and I want to go under. Okay, so there's my so far. And if I switch this to fill mode, I only fill in that portion of the center portion of my R. I want to leave that way. But I'm going to take this, and I'm going to switch it to another layer. I'm going to switch it to red. I'm going to hide my red layer. It's kind of cool this way. So now, because I've broken this up, if I try to go into fill mode, it's going to complain because I have broken up the shapes. We're going over under. And if I go continue, I only get that letter D, which is the center portion of my R. So to fix that, once again, I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to go to my offset tool, and I'm going to go outwards, but I only want to go outwards 0.5. Okay, and I want to delete my original. It gets rid of that broken up line, and there. And you can check this with line mode, and we can see that all my fill shapes are there. So my fill shapes are there. I turn on my red, and I can turn that in. Oops. I need to go to line mode here. And I want to take this. I want to group that and put on my blue layer. And there you have it. Wow. A lot quicker this time. Now you could try this with different fonts. That's totally up to you. I kind of like using block letter fonts for some of my text. Unless I'm doing something that requires a script font. There's my design, and it looks very close to what I had originally. Now you can play with the center circle, so I go back to my original design. The center part of my R was smaller, so let's say we can go back and fix this on here. So let's back off a little bit. And let's hide my blue layer. I can go and ungroup that and get rid of that line. And I only need to go outline of 1. So let's go to 1. And don't delete the original. Group it, put it on my blue layer, and there the center portion of my R looks like the outline of my letters. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and some of the things you can do with LightBurn and some of the things you shouldn't do with LightBurn. Okay, and once again, if you start beating your head against the brick wall like I did, find another way and keep working at it. LightBurn will work for you eventually. So take care everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.